Hey guys, Joe Tunney here at Infinity of Kirkland. Kirkland, Washington, just outside of Seattle, and we're taking a look at a really good-looking trade-in that we just took in on trade here at Infinity of Kirkland. It's a 2011 Toyota Sequoia Platinum edition. Now, if you want a great sport utility, a big sport utility, a sport utility that gives you everything in the world, you definitely want a Sequoia. And if you're going to get a Sequoia, you want the Platinum package. This is the absolute top of the line, and maybe one of the nicest sport utilities, regardless of price, sold in the United States. You could compare this against Mercedes, Range Rover, you name it, and I think you can make a case that this might be the single best sport utility, period. When you get the Platinum edition, or at least when you get the limited edition, the limited's kind of the upper echelon, but not quite the top of the line. Platinum is the top of the line. Either package gets you the 5.7 liter V8 engine, and that's 381 horsepower, 401 pound-feet of torque. And so a big engine like that, even on this big vehicle that's almost 6,000 pounds, this car goes 0 to 60 in a click over 6.5 seconds. So it's actually quite fast. 39-foot turning circle, well, that's pretty mediocre, but I mean, it is awfully big. 39 feet to make a U-turn actually isn't all that bad. 10 inches of ground clearance, that's really good. And then it has a fully independent suspension. We'll talk about why that's important. It is a really nice feature. These do look cool. They drive beautifully. I'm a huge fan of the pearl white color across the entire Toyota and Lexus spectrum. It's one of the best paints that there is in the business. If you ever see these cars with heavy miles, sure, the car might be beat up, but the paint looks great. It's just a really long-lasting color, and it doesn't oxidize, it doesn't really fade, it's just nice. This one has a clear bra in the front to further protect the paint, and then has a bug shield in front of that to again further protect the paint. This particular car is actually in outstanding condition. It has 60,000 miles. For a 2011, that's more miles, but it really shows to just how well built and well crafted these cars are. It's in really brand new condition. I mean, if this was an Escalade with 60,000 miles, I'm telling you right now, I've seen a million Escalades. They just don't look like this with 60,000 miles ever. This car looks like brand new. Now, again, taking a look around, this is a fully loaded Platinum. Once you get the limited edition, not only do you get the big motor, but you get the 20-inch wheels as opposed to the standard 18s. Platinum continues with that look. This one has tinted windows that are professionally done and look really nice. One complaint about these Sequoias is that the interiors are a little bit Spartan compared to what everybody else is doing. However, we're going to go over that as well. That's not such a bad thing, especially if you're buying pre-owned. You'll notice that this one has quad captain's chairs as opposed to a center bench seat. Most of them actually have a center bench seat. When you get a Platinum edition, it automatically comes with quads. Quads just meaning 4 distinctive captain's chairs. Now with one lever, I just pull it up, I'm in the back seat. It's actually pretty simple. And then one neat feature on this is that if I just push this button, the rear seat, which is a 60-40 split, will fold down flat. Now I said that we would talk about why a fully independent rear suspension is important. Well, a fully independent rear suspension allows for more space on the interior, and that space is used for a full flat third row seat in this case. And so there's some other benefits. This has an adjustable air ride suspension or air shocks, and so it keeps the car flat all the time. And then also the suspension itself is adjustable. Different varying road conditions, it always keeps the car flat as the road undulates as well. So it's two different concepts, but they both always keep the car flat, and that's something that you're going to find on the top of the line Platinums. Let me grab the keys, we'll pop the trunk. Now also on Platinum, you're going to enjoy a power liftgate. Sequoias are always going to be set up for trailer tow, and with the big motor, they'll tow about 7,400 pounds, which isn't a ton compared to what everybody else does, but it's still a real big boat, a couple of horses. To the 99th percentile, the things that people actually do trailer tow, this will handle it and then some, and then do it very comfortably. And then again, with that suspension, that air adjustable suspension, it's always going to keep the vehicle flat. So as you're putting a heavy load, this tongue weight that sits right here obviously wants to make that rear end sag. Not the case in the top of the line Sequoias. They'll always stay quite nice. And so as we see here, the 60-40 configuration in the back seat. So 2 people on one side, I can fold down this side, or just 1 person on this side, I can fold down that side. So right here, I'm set up for 5 people, and I have acres of space in the trunk. I can go to 4 people and fold this down, and I have all the room in the whole wide world. It's like having a full-size van. Come take a look inside. Now the interior, as I mentioned, is a little bit Spartan. The wood, I mean, it's nice, it's fine. The wood steering wheel, I mean, I am a huge fan of wood steering wheels. It's just this particular wood is kind of ordinary. This finish, kind of a granite style finish, again, kind of ordinary. This plasticky kind of cup holder center area, very reminiscent of just a base model Toyota pickup truck. And so you say, well, you know, I'd rather have an Escalade because it's a lot more plush and posh inside, or I'd like a Range Rover because it has that kind of English whatever thing that I'm into. The one thing that sets this interior apart is, remember, we're talking about a car with 60,000 miles. And I think even on the camera, you can tell, it looks like brand new. I mean, it looks like brand new. And that's really common on Sequoias. And so whatever it is, for as kind of plain Jane as the interior is, it has this advantage. As the car becomes more used, this car has a bigger advantage because the interior continues to look incredible for a long time. And we've had Sequoias 140, 150, 160,000 miles, and sure, maybe they've been put through the ringer, but the interiors look great. And so there's something to be said about when you're spending a bunch of money on a car. I mean, even used, even with miles, these are still really expensive. You should feel great about coming into your car. It looks awesome. It feels new to you. I mean, you're spending, you know, well over $40,000 in the case of this car. It should feel like $40,000+, and this definitely does. This is probably as well built an interior, you know, certainly not the high-end leather like you find in Range Rover, certainly even in their own Lexus brand, but it's nice. I mean, but its condition, the quality is great. I mean, they're marvelous. And so they also come with a lot of neat features. It has center locking differential. It has fully adjustable suspension, so you can set it to comfort mode, which is really popular, or sport mode. I don't know why you'd want to set it to sport mode, but some people want it that way, so they give you the option. Again, you have ride height control because you do have that adjustable air suspension. It has heated seats, air-conditioned seats. Now at a Platinum level, you get heated seats in the rear as well. It has navigation. Here, I'll turn it on, and we can take a look at the navigation. Kind of a rudimentary navigation by today's standards, and it does have rear view camera as well. And so rear view camera. When you get the limited edition, it does come with a rear view camera, but the rear view camera is up in the mirror, and I just think that's about the corniest thing in the entire world. So even though this navigation is kind of a plain Jane navigation, it definitely serves a purpose, and then it has a much more meaningful screen for the rear view camera. Loaded, super loaded actually, this particular car. Great colors, and it is in impeccable brand new condition. We have a full shop report. In fact, we're doing something new at Infinity of Kirkland. We're in the body of all of our advertisements. If you look at our website, infinityofkirkland.com, it shows you all of our cars' shop report right on the cover page. And so it tells you how much tire tread depth is left, what the brake depth is left, anything that we needed to do work-wise, if there was paint work or door dings or anything. We're trying to be as forthright as we possibly can be. And then even if you look through the ads, it'll have pictures of the Carfax, it'll have pictures of the VIN-specific Kelley Blue Book. I mean, we want you to have all the information in the world, but maybe there's more information that you want. Please don't hesitate to ask. Anything I can get, I am certainly happy to get for you. My name is Joe Tiny. I'm the sales manager at Infinity of Kirkland. You can reach me anytime at 425-821-1600, or just drop me an email at joet@infinityofkirkland.com.